much time in the to and fro.
Okay.
I like the journey time,
Mm.
and would like to choose a destination which is nearby and is enjoyable, and where I can spend time with my team peacefully.
Mm. Okay. Lovely. I hope you're all able to see my screen. One screen or double screen?
One.
One. Okay, lovely. So yes, you all have been right. There is, like I said, there's no right answer, there's no wrong answer. This takes me to introduce you all to the types of thinking. And I'll take you here. There's something called convergent thinking, which all of you did. One of you who began said, I'll decide it based on budget, how much budget I have, where can I go? And the next one said, I'll see, we can, whatever destination that we can go and come back in 3 days, we'll make it up with weekend and we'll go one day, come back one day. So 3 days for staying, right? All of you all have followed this fine and beautiful linear process. I'm not at all saying it is wrong. We have been trained, we are used to follow a linear process. Convergent thinking. What is the fact? Budget 1.5 lakhs. What is the fact? 3 days leaves. What is the fact? We have to have all the facilities there. Based on that, we are arriving at an answer. So here you have to enable this kind of thinking, you need understanding of the subject matter. And you have to be logical and you have to reason everything well. Is this answer fitting in my requirement? Is this destination right for the constraints that I have? All of that happens in this thinking. There's one more thing called divergent thinking. Here, it's all about generating ideas. How could we have generated multiple ideas? One of you said we'll run a poll, right? So the poll would have been, tell me different places also. They would have given you poll, or maybe give them about 5-10 destinations and ask them for a poll. This is divergent thinking. I have to go on a destination is your only thought. The budget, the things, they're all coming later. You're first pulling in ideas, and then you will measure some of them against the facts that you have. You will then see whether it is fitting in or not. This is divergent thinking. I'm sorry for using these heavy behavioral words, but I wanted to just use them. Convergent thinking is also called analytical thinking, right? Or some people also call it critical thinking. Those are all heavy words. I simply do not like using all such jargon. Similarly, divergent thinking is also called maybe creative thinking. So yeah, there are words like these. So now what exactly do you think is required to solve problems? What is the most beneficial?
Nothing like that. It's a mix, right? Both.
Awesome. Awesome. Somehow I didn't leak the PPT to him. He doesn't know. He's telling original answers. Yes. Which thinking solves problems better? It's a mix of both. But unfortunately, 90% of leaders, managers, we are all accustomed to analytical thinking. Somehow we do not have enough time, enough resources, enough interest for creativity. And as a result, we are missing on beautiful answers. We are missing on breakthrough solutions. We are settling only to average solutions. We are just seeing if it is good for this moment, right? So that is exactly is a disadvantage of being completely analytical. So we have to combine analytics with creativity in order to bring up breakthrough solutions or simple solutions for complex problems. So today we're going to try and understand how we can encourage thinking in ourselves and in our teams. What are the scientific methods in thinking, and how can we apply those thinking styles to the process of problem solving? That is the session going to be all about. So in order to see that, we have to first understand the process of problem solving. So here, if you see, this is no rocket science. All of us have been doing this. You will all say, oh, we know this, huh? Tell us something new. So this is an age-old thing that we all have been doing. We first define the problem, right? And then we understand what is causing the problem, right? If the cause is bigger, then we go and fix the cause. Okay, we'll just fix the cause. I'll tell you this with a little example. Let's say I have acne on my face, right? I'm applying some cream on my face again and again and again. So the pimple is going when I apply the cream, but when I don't apply the cream, it's coming back. So there I have to go fix the metabolism inside my body. I eat a lot of cheese, or I eat, let's say, a lot of fat food and all of that. So yeah, I have acne. So what will I do instead? I'll not apply the cream. I'll maybe start, changing my food habits. That is something to do with root causes. Followed by, we look at what are all the alternative solutions that we have for this problem. And then we select what is the right solution, implement the solution, and see if the results are okay, if the results are matching, if the results are all satisfactory. This is a regular process. So let's go and look at a quick case and see how we can apply some of these steps, if not all. I'll read this case to all of you. Please listen carefully. And after that, I have a couple of questions for all of you. So this guy called Martin, I'm really sorry if I've made any mistakes in the case, because I do not know much about QE. So with whatever little knowledge I have put that word. If that word is misplaced, you all have to forgive me. So then that disclaimer over, I'm going now with the story. Martin is a highly experienced QE professional. And he joined some company. This is a creative company, does not exist anywhere. So yes, the solutions as the head of QE a month ago, roughly. Okay. So then it's a startup kind of a thing where people are all full of fire and they want to do something big, and all of that. So then he's slowly settling into the new team. After he interacted with his team, he felt that the interactions have not been very compelling. People are not full of fire, and people are not coming up with ideas and things like that. The meetings have not given him enough confidence. So he started thinking that these people don't have the capabilities. He was doubtful about their capabilities. So then there are a few projects in the pipeline. So management made a decision to hire an external agency to train the team on whatever tools and technologies QE team uses. Everybody approved of the idea. They selected a few service providers and they're trying to find who is the best one for them. And then Martin is thinking in a different way. He thinks that vendors cannot understand the company's needs, vendors cannot cater to our requirements, and they're going to be a huge cost to the company and all of that. He's not willingly sharing his ideas because he's a little new. So he's trying to hold his ideas back. Case clear?
Yeah.
Yes.
Right. So now, what is the problem in the story?
Problem is people, the way they are thinking. Yeah, they are more relaxed, and they are thinking that someone should come from outside and give the training, instead of that within their team, whoever has good knowledge, that guy can get it to other people. They can learn, or they can take some small prototype kind of a thing. They can develop it.
Yeah, here the problem is training the team and build the team, efficient team on that particular knowledge.
I think identifying the talent they hide. I mean, they have.
Super. Yes. There need not necessarily be only one. No? There can be more than one. So both of you are right. All of you are right, in fact. Any more problems you see?
And that guy who did not tell to everyone his idea, right? He should tell.
Yeah,
Super.
problem with Martin.
Super. Yeah. So, well, you all have come very close. Let me tell you the order of the problems. To identify, to define the right problem is actually half the solution. More often than not, we run behind the wrong problems. Here, if you all have been called for a meeting, what is the first point of discussion that you all would bring up? First point of
Agenda.
discussion? Yeah,
Agenda for the meeting.
agenda, okay. What will be there in the agenda?
Yeah,
Why
what are
we
the
are
topics
meeting?
we need to-
Sorry?
Why we are meeting?
Okay, that's what I want. Why will you meet? If you call everybody for a meeting, let's say the entire team from this case, what will be the first question that you'll all ask?
What's the problem? Why are we meeting?
Okay. You are
What is the
supposed to say
purpose
that
of this
problem.
meeting?
Sorry?
Yeah, what is the purpose of meeting?
Okay.
Yes, what is the purpose of the meeting?
I'm asking you, what is the purpose of the meeting that you are calling? Because you are calling everybody for the meeting. For what purpose will you call them? What will be that 1 point agenda?
Yeah, we have different ways, like whenever we have problems, we call for a meeting. And whenever we have some
Hmm.
new
Find some
things,
solution to that problem as well.
Might be it is to explain what we are going to do, what is they are expecting to us to do. Yeah,
Right,
it will not be always the problem, right? When we attend a call, it will
Right.
not be all because of the
Definitely.
problem.
Mm,
Yeah, it might be
it's
like
not only problems. Yeah,
Right.
it's positive and negative, right? Yeah.
Yes. Okay, let's go ahead and find if the sequence is right. You have all rights and all means to disagree or find faults in my findings. Let's see. To keep it in a structural fashion. You know, why are people not participating in the meeting? To understand this is the main problem, right? And then, do the team
This is the
members have
burning
right
problem.
skills? Yeah. Burning problem in real time also, is it?
Yes.
I have some supremely honest people. I'm very proud to meet all of you anyway. Do the team members have the right skills? If the meetings are not compelling, it's not obvious that they don't have skills, right? There could be multiple other reasons. So that is the next thing we'll find out. And the third thing, obviously, all of you said this answer. How do we upskill the team before the project finalizes? What is the best way? Here, the vendor or KT thing will come. But usually, technically talking, what happens is we all go to the meeting and we like vendor, no vendor, vendor, no vendor. Then somehow we'll all push it on to the vendor. And then we'll say which vendor, vendor A or vendor B, vendor A or vendor B. We don't even bother finding out why the meetings are not compelling. Why are people not coming up with the answers? Why are people not participating? Why are people saying technical error, my Zoom is not working, my internet is not working, there is power cut? What is this? Is this because they don't have the skills, or is it because there's something else? That thing is actually the first thing that we'll all find out. You want to agree, disagree, add, please.
Yeah, for those reasons, I agree for only 30%, and 70 we may have genuine reasons like
Exactly.
conflicts or network issues, any other issues. Yeah.
It could be. I'm not saying, all of us are faking. I also experience technical glitches at least 3 times a week. Anyway, right. So let's now go ahead and see how to actually frame the problem, right? Here, I tried framing in this case because I got this case thinking this would be related to our everyday stuff. But there's this technique of reframing the problem, right? I'll tell you a little thing. There was a new shopping complex put up, okay? And the shopping complex had 2 lifts. So the lifts are not enough for the people. So people are coming, they're all gathering around the lift. They're waiting because there are only 2 lifts to go to the top floors and all. So there's huge crowd in the basement. So what is the problem here? How will you frame it?
People moving the people into upstairs.
Moving people upstairs is the problem. What is causing that problem?
Inflow is more.
Inflow is more, and the number of lifts is less.
There is
Less.
no much capacity. Yeah.
Capacity. Okay.
What's constraint? Like we do not have enough resources to cater to the needs.
Cater to the needs, yes. So this is the problem framing. We have less number of elevators and we have more number of people, right? So we can't definitely say, hey, people, lifts are not enough, don't come to the shopping mall. We can't say that. So obviously the solution will be?
They can plan for a batch wise. So
Okay,
one
batch
go
wise.
first and one batch go first and they will complete their shopping and
Achha.
next
Bro,
time
it is shopping mall, bro,
batch 2 will.
not class. Batch
You
1,
are
batch
talking
2.
like a true engineer. Okay,
That's what
somebody
that
was-
building structure is defined like that, right? We can't do anything.
We can't do anything. Right.
I mean, we can, keep some stuff in a ground floor so that they'll take time to go upstairs.
Somebody came with a breakthrough answer, Avina. I'm so proud and happy.
Or else we'll send only girls for shopping and men's will wait at the
Yeah. This is
No,
best
no, no,
solution.
no, no,
Girls
no.
down floor, boys top floor.
Okay, very nice, beautiful, but no gender discrimination, please. Anyway,
no.
thank
Hey,
In
this is
shopping malls,
shopping mall.
they did like that only, right? Even
Is it?
jewelry shop also,
Uh-huh.
yeah.
Oh my God. I think all women, we have to fight for this. Anyway,
No need to
like-
fight. It will be a big fight then.
I can understand that. I'm so with you all, because I think like a man somehow. Have I already made a gender discriminatory statement? Anyway, yes. So the solution will be installing more elevators or installing escalators if it is less number of elevators, right? We always want to eliminate the problem, so we think like this. But like you all said, building structure is different. We can definitely not install elevators or escalators. Building is completed. So now I'll take Avina's words. How can we reframe the problem? The wait time is longer for people. People are accumulating in the basement and the wait time is annoying. There is a huge chaos and all of that. So to answer this now, Avina already said, we can put up a TV screen or we can place an aquarium like that mall in Jubilee Hills. There's one mall, no? That one mall, something. Yeah, there's a beautiful aquarium where we click pictures and all. So time is gone. People don't understand that they're waiting and the wait is not annoying. The wait time is not longer because they have enough things to enjoy in the basement also. And you can install a few kids games. So kids will go there and play. Parents will be taking care of them. So the whole idea here is, if we are looking at problem from just one angle, we'll only get one solution. It is here that the idea of divergent thinking is applied. Think from multiple perspectives. And so you will find out an answer. After putting up all these entertainment things in the ground floor, why will they need to install more elevators? No need only, no? Definitely all of this will come with the budget of 2 lifts or more lifts. So budget is also satisfied. So this thing is called reframing the problem. I have given one more example. So this is called reframing matrix, and we have to think from the product perspective. And here there's a little example. If a product is not selling well, if a product is not faring well in the market. So here we have 4 perspectives: product, planning, potential, and people. So is the product right? Is the product attractive, right? Is this the right situation to release this product? All of that will come in planning, you know. Is the marketing strategy right? Is the strategy that we are using to solve this problem right? And are all the teams that are supposed to support us, are they supporting us? Whose support do we need? That is planning. And potential, are we reaching our maximum potential? In order to expand the potential, what are the new doors that we have to open for our products? And finally, people. Is this product easy for people to use? Is it user friendly? Is it falling in their budget level? You know, how about bringing a different range of customers to buy the product? Things like that. So you can as well translate this to any context, right? If I talk about training, I'll say, is this training correct for this group of people? That is product. Planning, am I delivering it in the right time slot? Are we doing it in the right month? Or are they busy with, what is that? What is something that happened recently?
Deliveries.
No. What do you say? There's a word, I'm not getting it on my mouth. inspection, they come and they ask whether everything is right or not. What is that? Audit. Yeah. Am I disturbing people during audit season? So that is what I'll think in the planning. Potential, right? And the same thing. People. Will people enjoy my trainings? Potential, yes. Am I reaching the right amount? Am I reaching the right bunch? Am I reaching maximum people? That's my thinking. So similarly, all of you all can also widen your thinking by looking at your problem from various perspectives: product, planning, potential, and people. So this is reframing your problem, because like I already said, defining the problem correctly is half the solution. In fact, more than half the solution. That said, let me go forward. We said root cause analysis, right? For one of the three problems defined in the case, I think low morale, the team meetings not compelling was one of the reasons. So for this, we can definitely find root cause. This one is called fishbone diagram, nothing very scientific. We'll just go and see the various reasons for low morale, right? Is the video easy to use? Are the connections really bad because of rainfall, right? And are people, you know, a little not in the moment, because it's a startup, they're all new, they might have multiple thoughts, they might have had the ideas of failing and all, so they would be worried, stressed. So all of that. Environment, because people are working from home, it could be hard to focus, there's family around, it doesn't look like office setup and things like that. Norms, maybe people, the policies are difficult, working hours are not clear, the planning is not proper, people are not notified about meetings, and people are not prepared for the meetings. All of that could be the reason. And the communication, have we given people the right information? Have we given them the complete information? All of that. So if you put up the problem on one side and draw different causes, one of that could be true. One of that you will definitely have answers that would support one of those root causes. So this is how you will lead yourself to identifying the root cause. Now that we know how to define the problem and we also know identifying the root cause, it's time for some creativity. Yes or no? So now tell me, what is creativity? I think I'll pause sharing for a little while. Yeah. What is creativity according?
Finding best solution or smart solution for any problem.
Okay. Finding a smart solution. Super.
Yes.
I mean,
Anybody
making
else?
it
Yeah.
interesting as well.
Awesome. Making the solution interesting. Okay. What else?
Presenting things in a better way.
Awesome. Presenting also matters a lot. Presenting things in a better way. Any more answers? In order to think creatively, what is that thinking that we have to do?
Out of box.
In a different way, we have to think in a different way.
Out of box thinking.
Okay, thinking
Yeah,
different,
consider-
thinking out of box. I know all of you all have attended so many leadership sessions, so many soft skill sessions. Now you know all the buzzwords. Thinking out of the box. Okay, I think I have some news for all of you. Thinking out of the box, finding different solutions. All of you have lovely answers. So yes, you need not necessarily think out of the box, right? I have good news. See? You can stay inside the box and still think creatively. Possible?
Yes.
What is
Yes.
this box? Where is the box?
Within the box.
Yeah.
I can
So
see
you,
fry,
yeah,
brain fry.
sorry, somebody is saying something.
I see brain in the box, so it's
Ah,
ready for brain
exactly.
fry. Beja fry.
Yeah. So by just looking at whatever is there in front of our eyes, we can definitely bring up solutions to complex problems. We have to just see them clearly and see in how many ways we can innovate with whatever resources we have, with whatever facility we have, with whatever time we have. And what do you think is a creative idea? Some of you said some words. It should be new, And it should be beneficial, more important. Oh, simply a creative idea will not work. It should definitely benefit the cause. It should definitely bring us a solution. And finally, this one is a little difficult to explain, but I'll try. What is exciting? Maybe something that makes us say, wow. Oh, wow, this is superb. This is nice. This is interesting. So that is exciting. So in order to bring up such creative ideas, it is here I'll want you all to go back to yesterday's session on conflict resolution, right? In conflict resolution session, we saw something called as collaboration, right? So to generate creative ideas, it is not a one-person thing. We can't do it as one. We can only do it when we have multiple people and when we have multiple styles of thinking, multiple perspectives. So to support all of this, I think I have gotten one beautiful idea to all of you. I'll ask you all, why creativity? Why creativity? You're saying novel, beautiful and all, but why do we have to be creative? I want some answers.
We are living in creative world, so
oh wow.
so
Lovely.
We will not be interested to buy same old thing again and again.
Super.
Right?
Awesome. Yeah. Avina has made a beautiful statement. We are not interested in doing the same thing over and again. We want variety. Humans crave variety.
He's from
we
automation
should
team.
bring some more user experience.
Yeah, some more user experience. Yes. So yes, lovely. I'll give you a little quick task for 60 seconds. What do you see on the screen?
Clips.
Paper clips.
Paper clips. I'll give you 60 seconds and you all have to find out innovative uses of paper clips. The one use that you can't say is binding paper. Other than that, you can say anything else. In how many innovative ways you can use paper clips? Think and come back in 60 seconds. I'll take your responses.
Okay, and girls can use it for their makeup. Hair dressing.
Earrings.
Oh, hair, earrings. My God, all men are telling what women should do. Okay.
Men can prepare a bracelet.
Oh,
Stylish bracelet.
my God, how thoughtful. Your spouse will be very happy.
We can open door.
My God. Any experience?
Yeah. My
is
son
it?
got locked inside. Then I used the clip and I opened it.
Personal experience.
Oh, my God. Superb. Anything else? Earrings, bracelets.
I generally use it to bind my earphones because I keep losing the rubber band. So to fold the earphones and keep it properly, it's very troublesome. So I use.
Thank you so much. You gave me an idea. Even I also always, my earphones are all tangled. And I have so many paper clips. I never thought it that way. Any more uses, please?
We can poke anyone.
Very good. The violent club. Welcome. To harm somebody. Don't mess with me. I have a paperclip types. What else? That's it. So
there
now
are different colors, so we can make it some kind of pattern, anything.
Some pattern to put up on the wall and things like that. Best out of waste. Anyway, lovely. So now I think this brings me to the answer of why creativity. We have to get creative because we want breakthrough ideas with simple products. During lockdown, we wouldn't have gone out for shopping and things like that. And there was Valentine's Day, there would have been birthdays, there would have been wedding days. And see, all men have come up with beautiful solutions. Make some beautiful bracelet out of these paper clips and gift it to your spouse, your girlfriend, whoever, they'll be happy. So all of that, it will make you resourceful. Creativity is always resourceful, meaning we can bring exciting solutions out of less resources. Now I have a different question to ask you. Madhuri, we all want to be creative, okay? Don't come and tell us as if you're some creative expert. We all know how to be creative, but do you know our problems? That is your mind voice, I can hear it. We want to be creative, but what do you think is stopping you? What exactly is the hurdle to creativity that you all think you all have?
24 hours
Time.
work, no time to think creatively.
Time.
Time. Awesome. Awesome. What else? This one, the boss or somebody above, the client, the deadlines, you all said this, the resources. Are these, you think, the reasons for you not being able to be creative? Because everybody is creative. Huh? Human brains are creative. We are actually we're actually tampering creativity as we grow up. All kids are creative. Do you think these are the reasons?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
We
So
should
let
not
us
work
say-
in routine way.
Somebody came up. Somebody came up. Let me go to that slide in another 5 to 10 seconds. Let me finish this slide. You have the right answer. So if you think your boss is let's say your boss is a super chill man or woman, okay? They're like, come on, do whatever you want. I'm there for you. Your clients are like, okay, take your own sweet time. We will wait for you. You have endless number of hours, endless number of weeks. You have all the resources. I'll give you all my property, do the work. If the situation is like that, how do you think we'll all be?
Crazy.
In waterfall model.
Superb. We'll all become extremely lazy and our brains will stop thinking. So having difficult people to deal with, tighter deadlines, less number of resources, all of these, they must promote creativity. They in fact promote creativity. One of you was just saying the reason for us not being able to be creative. The reason is fixedness. Can you please repeat the thing that you said? One of you said.
Stop doing in a routine way.
That is exactly what we are doing. We are doing the same thing in the same style every day. So that is, the first one is functional fixedness, meaning I'm doing the same thing every day, same style, same task, same style of execution. Structural fixedness is also the same thing. I'm following the same process. I'm not even trying to bother about a different process because I don't care. And the second thing, I don't even want to try a different way because I'm not willing to risk anything because I have less time and I have a tough boss and I also have a difficult client. That is how we think. And relational fixedness. Let's say I'll take Syed in the discussion. So Syed is doing content, I'm delivering the content, or I am doing the content, Syed is delivering the content. We do the same thing every day. We are not even interested in exchanging our roles. Hey, Syed, you just deliver for this session. I'll do the content. We can both discuss and go ahead. We are not bothered. Every day I'm doing content. Every day he's delivering. Or same thing, every day he's doing the content, I'm delivering. That is relational fixedness. We are not exchanging our roles. We are not trying to innovate. The point here is routine. Routines tamper creativity. So in order to break free from routines, there's something that we all will have to do. This in scientific terms meaning in the science of problem solving, this is called as systematic inventive thinking. And this is thinking inside the box, right? Systematic inventive thinking is thinking inside the box, meaning with whatever resources we have, how can we still bring alternative solutions to our everyday problems? That is this. And I'll take one by one. Subtraction. What can I delete from the process in order to make it more efficient, right? What is something that I must delete or omit or eliminate? What is something that I will add more? What is something that I'll do twice a day? Okay, subtraction, I think I'll maybe take an example and tell you. People are coming up and they're saying too much time is wasted in meetings, right? So then you will subtract the meetings from your routine. I'll take out 2 meetings. Let us limit the number of meetings to just 1. and I'll think of how we can make that meeting very compelling. By maybe fixing an agenda, by giving one question to each participant. You answer this question, you answer this question, you answer this question. We'll finish it off in just one meeting. Come prepared. Because in most meetings, people don't come prepared. People come there and they craft stories and all time is gone. So that is subtraction. You can take out the number of meetings. Followed by multiplication. How can I do the same thing more than once? Let's say we have something to deliver to the client. And somehow we have only one review, right? One review we have. In that one review, they're coming and they're saying, okay, 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 and all. But finally, when we deliver, they're coming back with objections. One more iteration, this change, that change, and things like that. So here, looking at the process, we just have one review. If we multiply the reviews, can we have 2 reviews? So before going for delivery, before actually delivering the results, we can do just one more final review where we can actually set up if they have any, objections with the product. That way we can multiply and divide. Divide is a beautiful thing. I'll give a quick example. I'll take you all to the examples thing. So it'll be easy for us to understand. Okay. This one, what can you subtract something from this device in order to make it useful for some other cause, for some other purpose? What do you see on the screen?
Bicycle.
A bicycle, yeah. What can you remove from this to make it useful for something else?
Tires.
Okay, you remove the tires.
Yeah.
Okay. And put what? If you remove the tires, what is it useful for?
Kids can play.
Kids can play, okay. Are you removing the tires alone or the wheels?
Wheels.
The wheels, okay. Kids can play with a sitting cycle. And also a sitting cycle is used for something else.
Exercise.
Ah, lovely, exercise. You can take off the front wheel and put a stand there, and that will become, is the back wheel taken or front wheel taken off in the exercise bicycle? I'm not very sure.
Front wheel.
Front wheel, yeah. You put a stand there and it will become useful for exercise very much at the comfort of your home. That is subtraction I was trying to tell you in the form of our own process. What can I delete from here? What can I delete from my product or my process? The second thing, multiplication. What is multiplied in this product? I'll remind you all of the ad. The ad shows a gentleman with, beard grown, and it's a little difficult for him to attract women. And so he wants a clean shave, but he doesn't have a lot of time. He comes and he uses Gillette. In one shave, the entire thing is gone.
It
What
has
is multiplied?
blades.
Gillette has multiplied the number of blades. A conventional razor would have just one blade. But a Gillette, there are 2 blades Gillettes, there are 3 blades Gillettes also, razors. So one shave and the face is clean. So here they have multiplied the number of blades. So the same thing we did, multiplying the number of reviews with the client. I'll take you all to the next product. Okay, this one. In India, particularly in South India, we don't have the problem of frosting, snow problem, but people living in USA or people who have the experience of going to USA, how do you think the car is defrosted? How is it defrosted?
Multiple ways. One is few advanced cars will be having an internal option to defrost the windows, and few will be using sprays. You will be doing manually.
Okay. You said some cars will have an advanced feature. What do you think the feature is?
So, yep, it will heat the glass so that it will defrost. Yep.
Awesome. Awesome. The temperature of the windshield is raised. And so
the ice will melt and
the snow slides off, and we see those beautiful videos in YouTube and all. It comes off like one full sheet. Right. So yes, here the windshield is doing 2 tasks. Yes or no? it is protecting you all like a glass cover. And the second thing, it is also helping you defrost the car. That is task unification. Giving or adding an extra duty to an existing resource. In order to solve this problem, what resource from my team can I use? Let us say you all have a problem with the laptop, right? You immediately call help and you will say, I want a replacement for a laptop, and I have raised the request, and you will sit back. Instead, there is somebody at your home who is very good with setting up laptops. You can go ask him or her for help. Hey, listen, I have a problem with the hardware or software. I'd like you to see. So you are also giving him the duty of solving this problem. That is task unification. For an existing resource, how can you allocate a duty to get the work done? Going forward, there's one more thing. This one. Let's say there's a party at your place, or because you want to give the cake to all of them. What will you do to the cake? How will you divide it?
Divide it based on the number of people you want to
Super.
distribute.
You'll say number of people you will count, and you will cut it into equal pieces and you will distribute them, right? But what are the hassles in cutting the cake and distributing? One of you was saying something.
Also, like we might start with going with an counting. We might even go with the short slices. Later we can see.
Right.
Because we never know, right? Even some members might add later.
Yes. You can reserve the cake for yourself or maybe for others.
Yeah.
Right. But the hassle is the cream all over the table, not enough number of pieces for enough number of people, or maybe sometimes small piece for somebody, big piece for somebody, inequality problems, all of that. So if you have to replace the cake with something else so that everybody is getting equally, what will you replace it with?
Pastries.
Pastries. Avina is a superb mother. Avina, do you have 2 children?
Yeah.
see how intelligent am I? Anyway, enough
Some logic you need to tell.
Yeah.
There is some logic involved. You need to tell. How did you identify?
No logic at all. You can simply order pastries. I don't want the hassle of dividing the cake. People will come and make a big mess out of it. I'll either order muffins, cupcakes, or pastries. No cake from next time. So that is what you do. This is division. The whole idea is, how can you confine the goodness of the entire product in a smaller product, in a smaller chunk? Can we actually bring up the entire goodness into one small chunk, or maybe multiple small chunks? How can we do it? You can look at the resources that you all have. Here, I'll tell you. I'll again take my own facilitation example, because my brain is also fully programmed. I can't think like a QE person. I have never been in QE. So I'll say, Syed, you take half of the sessions, I'll take half of the sessions. You do content for your sessions and you only deliver. I'll do content for my sessions, I'll deliver. But what we'll do is, I'll show all my work to you, you review. You show all your work to me, I'll review. That's how we'll go and help each other. That is division. I'm giving you only just one example, but you can try and do it in ways that are good for you and for your process and for your product and for your work. That is division for us. And the last thing, we have seen subtraction, multiplication, task unification, division, and the last one is called attribute dependency. This is something very interesting. I'll show you all one video and then we'll come back to understand what attribute dependency is going to be. Okay. My laptop is again troubling me. I request your patience. Are you able to hear my voice?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Screen share is gone.
Screen share is gone. Yeah. I think I'm torturing my laptop for using multiple hours, and this is troubling me. Microsoft PowerPoint not. Sorry.
If you feel like that, I'm not sure my laptop will feel how my laptop is feeling.
I can totally understand. Oh God, thank God I could revive my PPT. I was so dumbstruck. All slides, just disappeared. My God, I had a mini heart attack. Anyway, please be patient. 1 more minute. I think this video has some problem, I believe, if I'm not wrong. Anyway. Share screen, share sound, share. Now you're able to check this one?
Yeah, we can see.
Yes, I'll try playing this. I'm not sure if this is going to play or not. Okay, cool. Oh God. Okay, lovely. Not playing. Okay. Anyway, I'll explain to you all with my own language. This is this little umbrella. It's called as reverse umbrella also. If you see, the spikes have come onto the top. Yes or no?
Yeah.
And there's this handle. How is this fellow holding the umbrella? In the reverse fashion. So how the umbrella looks like is, this handle will be on the top. So he'll be holding the handle and he'll be walking, right? And then if he has to place it on the floor, the extensions, the 5 blue things, those ones will go on the ground. It's easy to place the umbrella on the ground in a vertical fashion. And when he's opening it in a reverse fashion. Can you just identify the relation between the 2 images?
Yes.
Yeah, it's easy to put it on the ground. And the spikes are going on the top of the umbrella. So there is no fear of this umbrella going off when there is huge wind, right? All the spikes are controlling
There is a chance like the iron that is there, the rods which are there, they can rust.
They can rust.
And they will be kept inside.
They are kept inside. But when they are seen, when they are on the top, don't you think it is easy to wipe off?
No one will wipe umbrella, right? Once they use, they fold and keep it aside.
They fold and keep it. But yes, if you have to wipe, what is easier? Wiping the spikes that are inside or outside? What is more accessible to the hand?
Inside.
Inside, is it? Okay, conventional.
Yes.
I'll share the link of this video. I'm not disagreeing with you. It is again subjective. This video shows umbrella to be saved off when there is huge wind, one thing. And second thing, it is easy to position the umbrella on the ground. I'm not a marketing executive of this umbrella. I'm only trying to explain attribute dependency. Here, the relationship between the parts of the umbrella has changed. The positioning has changed. So that is exactly what has to be done inside a team. How are we functioning? Can we kind of reshuffle a little bit? Do we have to bring in new resources? Do we have to assign different duties to the existing resources? If we have to do that, how can we do? If we add on, or if we change the duties of a particular resource, how are they going to benefit? Or are they going to cause harm? All of these directions you all can think and change the attribute dependencies. That is the whole idea of attribute dependency, the last thinking style in systematic inventive thinking. I'm very sorry I couldn't play this little video thing. And
Can I try sharing my screen?
You have it? Wow, please do, please do. Thank you so much. That means a lot.
Madhuri, you can try playing it on this also.
Is this one?
It could be this. Yeah, Chetna.
Yeah. Is this one?
Yeah, you can play this. Please play it for us.
Yeah, the same thing I got.
There are multiple, maybe. Yes. See.
Rajesh, I don't know. Is the audio there for this?
No, it's okay.
Is audio not coming?
No. It's okay. We will not need audio.
Rajesh, this is different, I guess, Rajesh.
Yeah,
Because
the video
see,
is
the
different, but the
spikes-
concept is same.
The spikes are not in outside, it's inside, which is good.
Your question is answered. The spikes are not
Yes.
inside, they're not outside. They're
Yeah,
within the
they're
cloth.
inside, yeah, within the cloth.
Even better.
So, even better.
Lovely. Yeah, it's designed to survive heavy winds.
Need
Yes.
to buy one.
Ah, lovely. See, this person is holding it like that. Very easy on the hand and easy to place on the ground also. Anyway, lovely. Thank you, Rajesh, for doing the damage control. Lovely. Anyway, so that is attribute dependency for us. How can we change the shape and form? How can we, use the available resources for different purposes? How can we change the relationship with which they're operating? These are all product examples, but we can comfortably, happily replicate the same to process and to people also. And now we have seen so many things by which we can bring up, creative answers, alternative answers. Now the whole idea of settling for one solution, settling for one right solution. I'm not going to bore you with theory. This is also a very simple theory. This is Edward de Bono's 6 thinking hats, which is known to revolutionize the decision-making process. There is a whole book on the same concept, and there are n number of videos, and major decisions in major corporations by big leaders have been taken using the 6 thinking hats method. Very simple. This is common sense, nothing beyond common sense. But this gentleman, Edward de Bono, was kind and sweet enough to formulate this in the form of a model, a theory. So let me take you all to this. While you arrive at a particular decision for a problem, you made, let's say, a number of 1, 2, 3, 4 decisions. To just measure which is right, you will all have to look for these things in that decision. What are the facts, right? Are the facts right? Is the decision based on facts? What facts show that this solution or this alternative is going to give the right result? That is accumulating facts. So in a meeting, one of you can wear a white hat and bring up all data points. That is bringing facts to the meeting. And the next one is a red hat. A person wearing a red hat is thinking intuitively. He's depending on gut feelings. And he's also looking at the emotions of other people. How will the stakeholders feel? Let us say today, in whatever, for whatever reason, the session had to be called off. How will the participants feel? They'll all feel happy. They'll go and they'll do their work. But poor facilitator, she has put in a lot of time to bring the content, so she'll be depressed. So that is looking at emotions. So red hat, hunch, intuition, and how will people feel? How will all the stakeholders feel if we go ahead with this particular solution? And the next one is yellow hat. What are the potential benefits of implementing this solution, right? If we bring an external vendor to train our internal people, the QE people, what are the benefits? That is the question. Ideas, creative ideas. What are all the ideas that we have to, train the people internally in the available resources? What are the multiple ideas? Give them a self-paced course, ask them to subscribe to whatever Udemy, Coursera, or maybe give them on-the-job training, assign each resource to an experienced person and they'll do it. Or we'll schedule KT sessions inside of the organization, all of that, any idea. And then I'll talk about the black hat, judgment. What are the cautions? What are the potential hurdles that we are going to face if we go ahead with this particular solution? That is the person wearing black hat doing. Very, very important of all the hats. If the cons outweigh the number of pros, we can call that off. We need not go forward with it. And finally, the blue hat, the process hat. How can we implement this? What is the process that we're going to follow in order to implement this solution? As you write the process, you will know what resources will I want? What are the, external things that I might want to buy? What people do I want? What softwares do I want? How much time do I want? All of that, the blue hat person will see. And if something is falling short in the process, you can again add to that. So this is about 6 thinking hats. And finally, there's some creative fellow who added a royal hat, it seems. I somehow thought it's a little interesting, so I added it. Somebody who is overseeing everything. I think that is the leader. Who is committed and invested, and who is also subjective, who is also objective. Subjective meaning based on his hunch, based on his or her experience. He's looking at all the ideas brought up by all the hats, and he or she is also looking at it objectively by measuring it against the needs requirements by looking at the numbers. That is how you make a decision. Pros and cons are normal. We know it. Benefits, ideas and emotions. These are the 2 things that we have to additionally look at. Facts, we already have them in hand. So that's about 6 thinking hats. So we have seen thinking methods and things like that. Every time there is a problem in your team, so do you think you will go and solve it for them? What do you think is right? Your team comes up with a problem.
So we need to start a discussion in such a way that they have to realize the problem from their side and find a solution from their end.
From their end, okay. So is it a good idea to tell people, do not come with problems, come with solutions to me?
No.
What will you tell them instead then?
We have to teach them how to solve their problems.
Okay. What is the first thing they will do in order to solve their problems?
Ideas.
Thank you so much. Now I'm happy. Yes. Bring people together and encourage idea generation after clarifying the goals. You need not necessarily intervene until there is the requirement. For every little thing, leaders or managers need not intervene, because it is also important to encourage problem-solving thinking inside of the team, right? So the first thing we'll all do is sit and understand the problem from all 4 perspectives, or maybe multiple perspectives. Reframing matrix has told us only just four angles. If you think there are more than those 4 angles for your product process, you can look at all those angles and arrive at the problem statement, clarify it to everybody. And then you can start generating multiple ideas, breaking the problem into chunks, and you can only be the facilitator of the discussion. Every time people are coming up and giving something, you will always ask 5 W's and 1 H. What, when, where, why, and how. So that is something that we'll all do as leaders. What is that one big thing that we all have with problem solving? It could be it could be different for all of you. What is the one biggest hurdle with problem solving? You can tell me from your own experience. There is no right, wrong answer.
Common agreement.
Common agreement. Lovely. What else?
Better solution.
Okay. Which is the better solution? Is it?
Yes.
Okay.
So if you're talking to multiple people, then multiple ideas will come up. So we need to pick the right.
Superb. Anything else?
Manager does not understand the problem. He creates more problem.
Superb. Superb.
Sometimes we have to stick to SOPs.
Policies.
Policies. So we cannot be very creative. Because people will not, might not basically agree to that.
Agree to that. Yes. Any more questions? Any more things you want to add? Biggest thing with problem solving? Anyway, I have just one fancy answer. you can try and implement that in multiple styles. Every time people are becoming a problem to problem solving, you just make them feel valued. Take in their suggestion, tell them that their suggestions are important. Tell them that you are looking at the problem from their angle and you are willing to satisfy them. You are open to doing it their way. The whole idea of creating value is to tell them that you understand them. Empathy. We'll go back to the emotional intelligence session. In the problem solving, you don't have to get at loggerheads with each other. We'll become more humane. Taking ideas, definitely. When I omit somebody completely from the discussion, they'll definitely feel not valued. So in order to value them, you will have to take their ideas. That is where idea generation comes in picture. And the second thing, have empathy. If you think the opposite party is vulnerable, is at damage, you can tell them that you understand their problem, and you can also guarantee them that you are thinking in their shoes, putting yourself in their shoes. Try these little behavioral changes in yourself and try showing that concern to the opposite party, and then you can get to following all the process that we have discussed in the session today. And there was a little test or assessment you were all given before the session, I believe. So Syed, you want to take over?
Yes, Madhuri, sure.
Yeah, please. Yeah.
Okay, let me just share my screen for a second. So here, this was basically the problem solving assessment that was shared by me. A few questions on problem solving. And basically what it tells here is, depending on the score. So this is not an exact theory or a psychological test maybe, but this is something that gives you a kind of a picture where you are standing right now. So problem solving actually has 4 dimensions, 4 things or 4 factors, you can say, related, which changes the way we handle problems, the way we try to deal with the problems. So 4 important things that impacts your scores basically is feeling, your emotions, basically how you feel about a problem. If you're too emotional, you might not be able to think logically. That is one thing. Intuition, feeling, intuition. Intuition is your gut feeling, something that says, okay, this could be the right solution for the problem, or this should be the right way of handling the problem. Then your creative thinking, your how creatively can you think about a problem. And finally, your assessment, kind of the way that you try to deal the problem in. Okay, so how do you think structurally to handle a problem? So the way of thinking, basically these are the 4 important elements or 4 important factors that impacts our ability to handle problems, or our problem resolving quotient. Okay, the PRQ score that you got, it depends on these 4 factors. Now here, 16 to 36, the questionnaire that I shared, if you get a score of 16 to 36, anything between this score, you probably tend to view problems as negatives. What behavioral scientists, what the behavioral scientists say is, depending on the answers to the questionnaire, you might be viewing problems as negative in most of the cases. So instead of viewing them as negatives, try to see them as opportunities to make exciting and necessary changes. Be open, be flexible, be patient enough to try and answer to the question, because sometimes questions will not be very easy. The answers, to find the right answer, it will take time. So we need to have patience. So your approach to problem solving is more intuitive. It's more gut feeling, just saying, okay, I think this is what it is. It's just a feeling. So rather than that, you have to have it more systematic. You have to put it on a paper. You have to see all the things, what could be the possible solution to this particular problem, and how do we select a solution. Everything should be systematic. And that is how you can improve your score. And then if your score is between 37 to 58, it means that your approach to problem solving is a little hit and miss kind of thing. So trial and error, you do this, you kind of follow that technique. So sometimes your solutions work really well, sometimes they don't. Sometimes you will be able to find answers, and sometimes you will not be able to solve the problem effectively. So that is what it says. You need to understand what you should do, and you recognize that having a structured problem solving process, first identifying the problem, understanding the problem, then finding all the relevant facts or variables that are needed to solve the problem. What are the variables? So finding those facts are really important. Understanding the problem and then defining the problem. Try to break the problem into small bits so that you can start fixing those small things, or you can find an answer to those small things by breaking a problem into parts. You can try to divide it and you can try to find answer easily like that. Maybe that is also one thing that we can do. So you have to have a structured problem solving process. That is more important. And then 59 to 80, you're confident problem solver. You take time to understand the problem, understand the criteria for a good decision, and you also look for good options, some value add, not just finding the solution, but you want to see how this solution can work beautifully, how it will impact people, if it is a management problem or things like that. You consider values. You want the solution to be a beautiful one. So that is your approach. Basically, you approach problems systematically. You cover each and every thing. You do not miss on the small things. You try to look at the problem from all different views, and you have it well planned and well executed. That is what it says. So I think I got some responses. The score was really good. And yes, that is all from my end. Okay, any questions? Any thoughts? All right, over to you, Madhuri.
Okay, so thank you for that. And let us end this session on a little funny note, okay? I'll tell you all a little story. You all know this, huh? This is a very, very popular story. There was once a merchant who used to sell clothes and things like that, in the town. He used to go from village to the town, and he had a donkey to carry the loads to the town. Remember the story? When he was away, he also had a dog to guard the house.
Mm-hmm.
Any signs of memory? What happened next?
Yes,
Not really for me.
Sorry, Vijay is saying something.
He used to give importance to one of the animal. He used to feed the dog more, give more respect to dog than the donkey.
Than the donkey. Okay, so the donkey was jealous. What happened what happened next? So the donkey goes to the dog and asks, hey, why does the owner like you more? So then the dog says, you see, I'm guarding all his property. I'm responsible. I make sure there are no thieves coming at the house. So he loves me so much. All right, let me do what you are doing. So the next day, when the merchant is sleeping, the donkey brays in the night. So then the merchant comes and beats the donkey. Right? That was the old conventional story that we all know. Right? So we are trained from childhood to do whatever is good for you. Mind your own business. Is that true till today?
Yeah.
Okay. Minding own business is fine. But is cross-functional upskilling a bad idea?
Not a bad idea, but do not copy others. Try to be yourself.
Yes. So I'll use a little Telugu for all of you all. I'm hoping there is a Telugu set today as usual. So from childhood, we've been told kukka pani kukka cheyali, gaadida pani gaadida cheyali. But in the corporate, it's okay for dogs to do donkeys work, and it's still okay for donkeys to do dogs work, because we are in the lookout for cross-functional upskilling. Everybody has to know something, from the other's skill set. In order to train all dogs to become donkeys, you can actually give them little loads day by day, maybe. Hey, today you just carry this little piece of cloth around the house and come. So he'll be trained, right? And donkey, what you do is you first try lowering your volume, and then you can slowly raise your pitch. All I'm trying to say is just start training dogs to become donkeys and donkeys to become dogs. Not, directly give the dogs work to donkeys and donkeys work to dogs. It's okay. Cross-functional upskilling is important. And the reason I'm saying this is creativity. As long as I'm doing content, I don't know what delivery looks like. I want to understand delivery. Only then I can make the content that is the best for delivery. Yes or no? If I'm continuously delivering, I will not understand how to do content right, because somebody else is bringing it up for me and delivering it. And one day the content making person is gone, I'm only delivering every day. So I'll feel like handicapped. At least we bring in the next resource. It is important that I manage my content, right? So cross-functional upskilling is okay. Minding your own business does not mean restrict yourself to only one skill. That is, somehow promoting creativity in the team. So that's all for today. And let me stop recording.